What is going on, guys? My name is Halvy, and today I'm bringing you a gameplay commentary from Black Ops 2, and I ended up doing some pretty awesome stuff in this game. Me and this other dude were both just going hamtaro on these fools, and I got a couple good little feeds and whatnot, so I thought it was a good gameplay to show you guys. And I'm like freaking out here because I have a bunch of gameplays, and what I realized so drastically is I've literally got like a week and a half until Advanced Warfare comes out, and all of these gameplays will become completely obsolete. So you can expect some more, or quite a few more commentaries here. I'm going to be trying to upload like every single day until Advanced Warfare comes out, and then I'll obviously be uploading every single day. It'll be a lot easier at that point. But yeah, so just going to be having a lot of fun until then, doing a lot of crazy stuff on a lot of crazy games and a lot of crazy places and a lot of crazy, apparently. So the point of this video, for those of you guys who saw it yesterday, and if you didn't, a link will be in the description and at the end of the video in an annotation. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that feed. Oh my gosh. Pretty much I made a video that was a teaser trailer for the upcoming montage that I am making, and it's, I don't know what I'm not exactly certain what I'm going to be calling it yet. I have some ideas, but pretty much the way that I like to see my videos and the way that I edit, especially like the Call of Duty montages, is I like to see them as, in a sense, works of art. They're ways that I can express my creativity and the way that I visualize things, especially through music, because music's a huge part of my life, in my mentality and the way that I see things and think of things. So it's really awesome to me to be able to use Call of Duty as an outlet to express my creativity. And kind of what I'm going to be talking about in this video too is how everything started, because editing Call of Duty montages is pretty much how I started all of you. No, it is how I started all of YouTube. That is the first thing that I started doing. And so I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit of a story. It's story time with Halvy. So the first ever montage that I made was on a game that I was playing with my buddies in, I think, freshman year in high school. I can't remember if it was that or if it was a little bit before. No, yeah, I think it was freshman year, sophomore year in high school. And it was this game called Urban Terror, and it was pretty much a free knockoff version of Counter-Strike for the Mac. But the game was super fun. We had a ton of laughs and blasts because high school was a joke, so we just played it during our study halls and whatnot. But I remember starting on that game, and I would get like a random something I thought was kind of cool. For example, I randomly turned and then no-scoped a dude that was like 2 feet away, and then I quote-unquote quip-scoped another guy, and I was just like mind blown because in my little head I was just thinking this was the coolest thing that's ever happened. So I recorded a bunch of clips, and then I very crappily put them together using iMovie to some, I think the first one I used, like the first song was Chop Suey or something. It was totally random. And I just remember, like, I just enjoyed it so much. It was great. Even though it sucked, I just loved it. I loved being able to see myself play the game, get good clips, and sync to music and everything. And I made about 2 or 3 of those montages with Urban Terror. But then, this was around the era of Black Ops 1. They had their crap theater system. It was like you could upload it to the Call of Duty servers, and it was in like 480p or something like that. And just terrible quality. So, but what I did was I got a really awesome clip, and I'm so upset that I don't have these videos anymore because it's just such nostalgia if I could find it. But I still remember it was to the song Eyes by Ellie Goulding, or no, not Eyes, Lights by Ellie Goulding, and it was a remix, some bass remix, not Bass Nectar, but it was something else. And I remember the shot that I got that started, and I was just like, dude, I can start getting clips from Black Ops. Oh my goodness. I was in a sniper, obviously, and I ran up. It was on, I think, no, I don't know. It was the map with the weird statue thing in the middle and everything like that. That makes no sense. I don't think you guys are going to get it from that. But it was kind of snowy. Anyways, and so I was on that map. I ran up these stairs. It was domination. There was like 3 guys on C flag, and I dolphin dove off the stairs, turned around in midair, and no-scoped a dude, and then quick-scoped 2 other guys. And by far, to this day, it's probably the favorite clip I've ever gotten, just because it was like my first big Call of Duty clip. So I started doing that, and at that point when I was using the iMovie, I started playing around with the speed duration to sync the clips. So I would cut clips up just a bunch and then adjust the speed and whatever. Not too many transitions, so it was just kind of clean, sort of, because it was kind of crap quality too. But yeah, so I would do that, and it was just a blast. It was super fun. I ended up loving. I would watch it over and over again. But then I ended up watching this one video. It was Optic Gaming, Optic Rated's montage, and this guy Optic, what was his name? Kendrell. Optic Kez. It was Kez. Optic Kez. He edited this video, and it was just so well done in the fact that it was simple, but it was very well edited and all these things. And it's funny because at the time, you know, it was just mind blowing. I was like, that is insane, the amount of effects and stuff and transitions and syncing and whatnot. And I just kind of decided, I'm like, you know what? I want to be able to be that good someday. And this was, mind you, when I could barely edit anything together. I mean, I was terrible compared to now. But I just used it. I set that as a point of reference, and I just thought, I'm going to get there. I'll figure out how to do it. And it took me forever because I was trying to learn how to do that stuff with iMovie, but obviously you can't. iMovie's just terrible. There's only so much you can do. So eventually I got After Effects. And I pretty much just, I mean, no one taught me anything. I just started playing around with it. I imported a clip. I looked up a bunch of different kind of tutorial type elements, and read a bunch of articles on how to use it and everything. And so I ended up just getting used to it eventually. And so the first ever edit that I made with After Effects is, I don't know if it's on my channel. I'll have to show it at some point. It was with the song Levels by Avicii. And it was really simple, but of course, it's starting off. But it was clean. It was a clean cut thing. And I messed with some Gaussian blur, and I synced every shot with time remapping. And it was just, you know, it was cool. And it was like, to me, this big next step in being able to actually record and make these awesome edits and videos. And that was just a blast. And so from then on, I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked. Just learning anything new I could do with After Effects, and trying to find new ways to do different effects, transitions, and whatnot. And I edited a bunch. I did a lot of OCEs. I did some stuff for a guy, Andura. Any of my like longtime subscribers remember some montages of him. You got my first ever video on this channel was a montage for him. It was called Hourglass, and it's to the day probably my favorite, if not my second favorite montage I've ever created, just because it fully embodied the essence of like my editing style, and it was this kind of just a chill but upbeat grooving song. And that's how I've kind of gone about my editing process, is that I do things a little bit differently, in that I find the song. I don't even think about the clips. I don't look at the clips. I find the song that I just visualize. I listen to it over and over and over again. And I find the song in my head that I personally think will, you know, that I feel really good about, that I'm really into. And then I take the clips and fit it into my mental picture of how I want it to go. So that's why, like, a lot of it, I'm not amazing with effects or anything like that. But one thing that a lot of people said is I have amazing flow. And if that's the case, if you guys think so, then that's awesome. I'm glad. But what I would attribute that to is the fact that I start with the song and then grow from there. And so pretty much, though, I continued on and got to the point where I was able to look back, and I compared some of the stuff I was doing to the video that Optic Kez edited, and I was like, I finally did it. Like, I am at the point where I am creating a montage that's actually just as good, if not better than this, with the flow and the style and the editing. And that was like this awesome turning point for me, of just like, you can do whatever you want to do if you set your mind to it. And that's what I believed. I saw something that I wanted to get to that wasn't even close to attainable at the time, but I fought for it, and you keep working hard until you get to the place that you want to be. And from then on, you know, it's just been a lot of editing for Jehovah's montages, and working with 3D, and just kind of expanding my skills. And so, you know, that's kind of my brief summarized history of my editing process and editing kind of life that's gotten me into it. And so I'm really excited, because I haven't actually done a full montage yet ever for myself with really good clips. And these aren't amazing, they're not phase-worthy or anything, but they're pretty good clips. They're some of my best clips that I've ever gotten. And so I'm really excited to show you guys this video. And it should be coming. My goal is probably Sunday. Don't know if I'll get it Sunday. Might be Monday or Tuesday or something like that. But I'm definitely going to be getting it to you guys soon. And I'm really just super excited to show you guys, and kind of have you guys be a part of that end chapter with me for all of these old Call of Duties. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed my story. Please leave a like and comment if you enjoyed, and definitely ask me any questions if you have them about editing or anything like that. I'd be more than happy and love to answer them. So with that said, stay beautiful, have a fantastic freaking day, and we'll see you later.